Hey guys, welcome back to Hicks's Fab Garage. So it's been, I think close to 3 months since I actually had a video. Sorry, I'm still doing work, plenty of work on it. I got a lot of footage. I'm trying to cut it and edit it in different ways. I'm doing it on my phone. I got a new computer, so I don't know what this, hopefully I'll be able to edit some of it on here. So I just got back from vacation, so I'm trying to catch up, forget where I left off. But this video, we're gonna go over the cowl, the wiper cowl. Basic cowl is this right here, vented and everything. Well, I already shot everything, so I'm gonna go from this and how I went to this here. So yes, nice, smooth. It's gonna be a nice, clean look. It's got some high build on it right now. Actually, Sneak whole car is actually in high build and been sanding it. So that's on other videos. So this one, we're just going over the wiper cowl. So stay tuned, guys. Hope you enjoy it. So we got the wiper cowl here. This is the one that was on the car originally. I do have another one for a backup, so I want to try to do something on this one because I did sand it, cleaned it, tried to see if it was, and this thing is actually really rusted. So I'm not too happy. Some of these, there's holes in some of these, pitting pretty good and all through here that really can't do too much with. I was thinking I want to make a smooth cowl with it. So the way to make this smooth, probably there's multiple ways. I don't know if there's really wrong. Whatever works and lasts is actually you would get some sheet metal the same size as the grate. You would go through and just cut it out, and you would just weld it in slowly with it. Problem is, this is very thin metal and it warped very easily. Another reason I'm not going that route, I'm not going to do that. I think you'd have to do it with a TIG would be a lot better. I don't have a TIG, I only have a MIG. But this is actually, a lot of these are really rusted in through here. I don't think it would last too well up around the sides, and so I'm not happy with that. So I'm actually going, you could do fiberglass. I was thinking about making a fiberglass mold, but I don't know if I'm going to like that. It would take a lot of time, and that costs a lot more money. So actually, I am going to use steel, but instead I'm going to adhesive it to it. So I'm going to go through actually and cut the grates out, and there's a little lip on each one. I'll have to cut along to it to keep it flush with it, so it's flat with it, so the panel bonds to it. It'll stay nice and almost flush. Be a little lip, but I'm going to do that with feeler and then be able to smooth it out, and that way you get rid of it. So I can pretty much go from here all the way down. I'm going to do it in probably sections, so I don't have, if I have maybe one, I don't have a big enough piece of 20 gauge. I think it's probably thinner than 20 gauge, but I'm going to go with 20 gauge. If I had a piece big enough, I'd cut all of it out one time, but I don't. So I got a bigger section here, so I'm going to cut this section out here because there is a curve to it. I'll do that. And then I'll do it same up and through here. I'll cut up and through here though to get rid of this one. I don't know, like some people do run a one just in case I do want to go back and add a wiper blade to it. I could leave one here and just plate, so I might just plate it off, and I want to be able to remove it down the line. So that's my plan. We'll go ahead and I will go ahead and start cutting this out. Okay, first part of the shave cowl. Went ahead and I got this section cut out there, and I made a nice little template. That's going to go into the inside. Thing is, camera's probably shaking. Try and do this all with one hand and keep it focused. It's not straight. It's got a bend to it, so you do got to line it up. I mean, technically, I probably could weld this in, do a button weld, but it's just so much of a pain in the butt. We'd have to fall in something like this. Like that, but underneath put the adhesive around it and stick up from underneath to it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and install this one before I cut the other sides out to see, just to make sure it gives it strength so this thing doesn't warp too bad for it, because it is very thin and very really bright up. So okay, let's take a look at the stuff we use to glue it in. All right, to show you what I'm going to go with here, this is the JB Weld Auto Weld. It's supposed to be nice and strong, sets up in about 15 minutes. So hopefully this works out. I mean, I do have another cowl if I do mess it up. Time's been flying by. It's been a few months since I actually put a video out. Been filming the whole time, but just been body working. I don't think you guys want to keep seeing that, so this is nice.
So we're gonna crack this open and get some clamps down and see how well it holds it down. Okay, so it does give you a special mixing. Oh, too far, try to line it up. For that I can put onto it. It does allow me to cut for it, for different lengths to it. So already went through, cleaned the area off, wiped it, so it's good. Add this onto it, kind of making a little bit of a mess. And twist and lock, and then you do got to purge it a little bit. So make sure it gets equal. So hopefully this is big enough. I don't need a big tube for it, and it seems to be mixing pretty well, so I'm not too worried. Okay, there we go. Right. So is this better than welding? Probably not, personally opinion, but this metal is just so thin and not in the best shape. Okay, camera keeps dying on me. I don't know why. Battery's fully charged, and battery wise too. So when I put the seal, I need to put the plate up. Always mark it the way you want it to go, say top. So I do have to flip this over. So hopefully stay running. I don't know why it's not. Right, so now it's nice and dried. Give it a little bit of half hour. I'll get it overnight before I decide to sand it or anything. So we'll do it tomorrow. So I'm actually quite happy. I mean, it does make it a lot heavier now, but I think that's okay. Actually, it might be better. Help hold it into place, warpy wise. So I went ahead, got this side. So now I need to go ahead actually and make that side, and then I'll save the middle for last. The only thing I'm debating. Do I cut from here all the way down and even cut this out and have that completely sealed up? I could always have then just the one over here. I was thinking about just putting a cap on it. Then I could always add the wiper blade to it, motor back to it if I want to, because I didn't fill up this hole to it. So I'm not, actually what? No. Because the issue when I have with my brake, I'm not going to be able to probably put a rod there. I will be able to put it here, so if anything I should probably leave this one and put a cap on there. I don't know, we'll see and see. So let's go ahead and make the other side. Alright, catch it back up. So this side now is curing. Hopefully it comes out decent. It was a little wavy trying to straighten it. You have to take a hammer and dolly to it because this thing's not perfectly flat and level. There's a little bit of bow to it, and it has to go up into these arch areas here. So hopefully it dries good. My son stole the camera earlier, so either chase him around, don't get work done, or get work done and have to come back and film it. So quite happy. So give this about a half hour to dry, then we'll pop these off. Hopefully it's nice solid like the other side, and then we will work on the middle. So it just takes a lot of sanding time. The biggest thing is you don't go too big. You don't want to be able, because you have this, I have it clamped down, you want to make sure that this doesn't form to this metal. So you want to get this as close as possible, or not it's going to warp this and it's going to be a pain in the butt to put back in. So I still don't know if this is going to work because it does have a lip on it a little bit higher. So we'll see when it comes to sanding time. Boom, here we go. All right. Wow, this thing is a lot heavier than it was though, but that should be fine. So it's been about an hour or more. It's not going to sand on it though until probably tomorrow. It's still, I mean, soft, and push my nail into it, but it should hold it into place pretty good. So it's then one left section. Got Gotta measure this one out, but pretty much, I mean, it's basically just do the same thing all over again. Got a service rust and everything on it, so we'll put it on there, measure it all out, and cut it, and do the same thing. Repeat. Okay, here we go. So all threw them in place. After I had them all lovely clamped down the middle, then whatever I had left, I went through and just filled the little gap in through there. So I will have to give this plenty of time to dry, sand it down, and then I will put some fiberglass inside on it too to help smooth it out. Here what I need to do from there, but first I just let it dry and sand it and see what it looks like. So I'll see you tomorrow. All right, so now it's the next day. It's dried really hard, really good, quite happy. So let's go take this off and let's start sanding it. We're gonna start with some 60 grit because this is some really high buildup stuff, and work our way down. Alright, so round one of filler work onto it. Came out pretty good, actually quite happy. I mean, does make the thing a lot heavier, but I'm actually quite happy. So first round, I just smeared it all over everything. I mean, I globbed it on. I mean, I sanded a lot off of it. Then I went back through, put some guide coat onto it. You can see with black spots where it's lower, shiny spots where it's higher. So I'm going to do it now just by section. So I'm going to start with this section here. So I went through, scuffed it, sanded it all through here. Need filler working through here and up here around the top part still for it. And I'm going off of the metal here on each ends. Like I don't see anything here, so that's good. Came up really bright, so this is really low, and through here, this ain't as bad. Over here it's low, you can kind of see where it built. So I'm just going to start here, build up, put a layer down through it, and sand it, and hopefully just work my way through. So it's going to take time. It's just sanding, guide coat, you know, back and forth. So I'm just going to keep continuing. Whew. All right, so I didn't show you all the detail. You saw me spraying. I was with just the gray epoxy, and I came back through and I sprayed some high build. I did mostly about 4 coats because I'm more planning on sanding a lot since I am outside. So that was on this. Then I went ahead and also got this done. I mean, I do got junk, not much, but hopefully I'll be able to sand that all out. Looks pretty good. I do see some little small spots. I'll have to probably I need to go pick up a better glazing putty. You can see little dots, and I don't know if you can pick it up, but like little ones there. But I'm gonna give this plenty of time to dry before I even sanded it. At least this gave me a good idea how it sprayed. I mean, this stuff came out thick. First round, I only reduced it maybe 5%. This I used the Summit Racing 2K. Then I went back, my second cup, I did a little over 10% actually, because it was thick. Did a little run through there, but this is the bottom of the hood. I only did really 2 coats on that and about 4 on these over here. So I'm quite happy with this. So all right, let this dry for a while and get back at it. All right, just give you a quick look on this, how it looks onto it. I like it, I'm happy. We'll find out a lot better once I mean, I still feel a little bump here, but I think it's okay on both sides because they're right in the middle, and that's where it's going to line up with the hood too. So I don't know, I might be able to do something cool with that. So just need to give it a few days to dry, and then I put everything back in my area back here to let it dry. Okay, at the end of the video, I hope you guys enjoyed it. So after everything, this is what it came up to be. It's a lot heavier. I probably said this a lot in the video, but this is me probably recording like a month after I actually filmed it all. I still need to coat the inside of it. That I'm just gonna do some capsulator or just some black heavy duty paint just to cover it up. It's a lot, I mean, it's probably 3 times as heavy as the standard one. And like I said, I did leave one hole just in case I wanted to. They make the grommet plugs. I'm going to put black one there into it just in case I want to add one wiper to it. That's why I never sealed this up here. Just in case I decide to do a longer trip and I need wiper just in case. So I think it looks good. It's nice and clean. Like I said, probably in the video sometimes, I don't think this is the best route to go with. I used metal, what I had left over, so that's why I used the 3 sections and I epoxied it to it instead of welding it. Nice to have one long piece and did the epoxy. It would have been better to weld it. I think I could have got welding it, but it would take forever. But I didn't care as much since I do have a backup one if I ever need to. So I'm not too worried. So you know what, guys? Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please ask them. Give me a like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned because the next video should be coming out shortly because it's pretty much all filmed. So hope you enjoy it next time.